Hello everyone, good morning, good evening from wherever in the world you're watching from. I'm your English teacher Regan, here to help you improve your English skills, learn some new vocabulary, some grammar and sound like a native. Before we start the video, if you want to learn more British English, please consider subscribing as I post weekly English lessons. Now, let's get into the video. Have you ever spoken to a British person or maybe watched British films or a series and heard a phrase or a sentence, but the way the person said that phrase was strange or their actions didn't match their words? Or maybe you thought, wow, British people are so polite. Chances are they were polite, but just not honest. Because in Britain, we don't always say what we mean or be directly honest with people. We like to disguise our honest words in a softer or more polite way. And today I'm going to give you 10 phrases that you may hear and understand their true meanings. How interesting. If a British person says, how interesting, you may think that they really like what you said or have a strong interest in the conversation. However, they are politely telling you that they do not care about the conversation or may think what you said was quite weird. So I've started collecting stamps recently. Oh, how interesting. They are secretly telling you that they don't care about what you had to say or maybe don't have a response for it. I'm not keen on it. This one is stronger than you might think. You might think that the person just dislikes something, but it means more than that. What the person is telling you is that they don't like it at all. Rather than using the word hate, which British people consider too emotional or strong, we use this phrase, I'm not keen on it, to let the person know, never suggest that again. The third phrase has a similar meaning and use as I'm not keen on it. That's not what I had in mind. This phrase is actually very polite. You may think that we are saying that something is slightly different, but in reality, we're saying that something is completely wrong. We don't like to be direct with criticism. Therefore, that's not what I had in mind. It is a way of strongly criticizing something while maintaining a polite tone to the conversation. For example, what should we do today? Maybe we should go for a run. That's not what I had in mind. Think of something else. We have another expression that allows you to politely disagree. I hear what you're saying. Non-natives hear this phrase and think that the meaning is I understand and I agree. But the meaning, like many others, is the opposite. I understand and I completely disagree. It's a lovely phrase to use to make a good impression and seem very respectful to the other person. We should book the cheapest flight. I hear what you're saying, but booking the early flights lets us arrive at the better time. I understand your suggestion, but we should do this instead. Whenever you're ready. Be careful with this one because who you use it with will determine the words and the actions that follow. You may translate whenever you're ready with take your time in a way of showing patience towards the other person, but it's the complete opposite of that. It's a polite passive-aggressive phrase with the meaning you are taking too long and it's starting to annoy me. It is more acceptable to use this phrase with family or friends in a more joking way to say hurry up, but with strangers, you get a complete different reaction sometimes. Number 6, I'll let you go. This one is a classic and we use it for both phone calls and in face-to-face situations. You might think, oh, this person really cares about my time, but really, I'll let you go now is telling the other person, I want to end this conversation, but I don't know how. The important thing to know about this phrase is when to use it. You have to use it in the right time in the conversation when the conversation has slightly less energy. If you say, I'll let you go now randomly when it's not the right time, then the meaning becomes very obvious to the other person. It's been a lovely call, but I'll let you go now. Next is, I might join you later. I love using this phrase. It's perfect for those who don't want to commit to an event or activity. English learners hear this phrase and think it means there is a good chance that I will come later. But as always, it has the opposite meaning. It's a way of saying, I'm probably not coming, but I just don't want to say no. This way, the other person doesn't feel so disappointed or let down by the rejection, as it is not a direct rejection. Are you coming to the pub tonight? I'm working today, but I might join you later. Number 8, I'll bear it in mind. Now, have you spoken with someone who gave you an idea that wasn't very good, but you didn't want to tell them? Then this is the perfect phrase to use. I'll bear it in mind doesn't mean I will consider this idea or suggestion. It means I will forget this immediately, in a way to understand the idea, but not accept it. Again, like other phrases I've shown so far, British people do not like saying no directly to people. So I'll bear it in mind is another classic response to use. Next phrase is very useful in the workplace, whether you're a manager, a boss, or an employee. I would suggest. Picture this. You're doing a task at work and your manager comes over to you and says, I would suggest you pick up the pace. Do you think they're giving you an idea or demanding you to do something? If you think your manager is giving you a suggestion, you're wrong. They are politely demanding you to do something, so you better listen and do it. It sounds gentle, but in Britain, the tone of your voice really matters. It's a nice way of showing your authority, but in a gentle and respectful way without sounding bossy and maintaining a good relationship with everyone at work. And finally, it wouldn't be a great British English lesson without talking about the weather. It's a bit chilly. This phrase doesn't have a meaning that is the complete opposite of what is said, like the others, but it's a big understatement of the situation. Imagine this scenario. You're ready to go outside and your mother told you to put a jacket on because it's a bit chilly outside. Do it. Put a warm jacket on because when she says it's a bit chilly, she really means it's freezing cold. 5 degrees, windy, horrible winter weather in England, but we would still refuse to put the jacket on because we think we are stronger than the weather. So there you go. 10 English phrases that you can use to communicate with British people and understand the secret meaning behind each phrase. However, these are not the only phrases we have. There are so many more for different situations. If you have ever been confused by something that a British person has said, write it in the comments and I will let you know the meaning. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe for more English lessons I post every week. Cheers and have a good one.